Okay guys, I'm going to get into a video on this unit, so stay tuned. There will be a link below that you can order this unit, and I'll explain what this unit is shortly. Hope you enjoy the video. From the sunshine to the panels, into our cable, into the solar generator. Free energy. Good day, folks. Today, Ada, Tucker, and I are out at an off-grid location, and I don't know if you saw a video I had a couple of weeks ago where I actually stayed in a tent out here, but this time we're going to be staying in the unit, and I got the screen set up now to keep the flies away to get the weekend started. But this week, where we're staying in the unit, normally we would be using a gas powered generator, and if you've been around gas powered generators, you know how much noise they can create, not to mention handling the gas and spillage and what have you. So I was looking around for one of these units right here, and in the process of looking, I was approached by Allpower, and they wanted to know if I would try a unit and do a review on it. So this is what we're doing today. I'll just do the unboxing first off the unit. Of course, first you got a little pamphlet on the top, manuals, and warranty information. And I'll point out it comes with a 5-year warranty, and most of these units of this nature come with 2 or 3 year warranty, so it's one up already. And like I said, I did just some reviewing before I actually agreed that I would review it, because if I'm reviewing something, first it needs to be a product that I want to use myself. Secondly, I want something that's going to be a good product if I'm going to tell you guys about it. And I will constantly be using this now for the next couple of months, I hope. And I'll keep pointing out issues, or hopefully non-issues, that I'm having with the unit. So again, back to the unboxing. Got the warranty information. This little packet comes here. All's in the packet right now is the power cord, and it's the regular AC power cord. It goes one end in the wall, I'm assuming the other end in the unit to power it. So you don't have a power brick if you happen to lose the unit or the power cable. All you got to do is get one of these computer cables that you get at pretty well any hardware store or computer store, and to power the unit. So now let's get the unit out. There. It's a fairly small unit. I think it weighs 12.8 pounds, and it's a 600 watt or a 299 watt hour unit. And I'll go through some of the features of the unit there right now before I open the second box. So here's the front of your unit. On the top, it actually got a wireless cell phone charger. So if you got a cell phone that can charge on a wireless unit, you can actually lay your cell phone on there and it will charge. I don't have one that new, so mine won't work that way. On the side here is your charging sources. Lift the cover. So you got your AC plug that this one here will plug into. And right here you've got I think it's a XT60. I'll put the description down below just to make sure. This is where your solar panel will hook up into. The only cable came with it is the power cable. So this will either come with your solar panel, or you can, I know I've seen them on Amazon, you may get them in some electrical outlet stores. It's an XT60 to a 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter for a vehicle, and you can actually charge it in while you're driving, but it doesn't come with that. So just a heads up there. Okay, now to the front of the unit, we've got 12-volt, commonly known as a cigarette lighter adapter, because years ago Anyone has old vehicles, this is what their cigarette lighter is plugged into in the vehicle. This unit, and that'll plug in there. In my case, I can use that to charge my cell phone. Is over there. You got your two 120 60 hertz AC connectors. So for your regular outlet plugs, plug in there. I got a fan here that I'm going to be using later on because it's pretty hot here today and there's no air conditioning in the unit. So it's probably going to get warm. And we also got two USB-C 100 watt outputs and two USB-A 18 watt outputs, DC outputs. So basically, let me power the unit on, and as she comes to life. Okay, I did charge it before we got here today, folks, so we could see what's going on. It's saying it's 99% charged, 0 watts input, 0 watts output, because we're not charging or we're not running anything on it. The grasshopper landed on my thumb. In the grass. It's also got a light. You probably don't see it well in the daytime. I guess I'm not sure why you want a flashing light on it, but anyway, nevertheless it is there. These units are equipped with a lithium-ion battery that's supposed to be able to take 3,500 charges and still be at 80% capacity. So what you're looking at on average, if you do some math, it is about 10 years, and it still should work 80% of its today's capacity. That's a minimum, so it may work at still at 100%. But so you're looking at a unit there that if you're using it regularly is going to last you 10 years. If you're using it periodically, it's going to last you a lot longer. I had to move the unit in the shade because I don't think the display, at least I couldn't see the camera, so I'm sort of thinking you guys couldn't see the display. Hopefully you see it now. Get it in place here. First I'll go over the front display and then I'll insert some pictures. You can actually have an app that you can use in your phone to do the same features or do more monitoring. But if I want the AC on, you got to there's a switch here on the AC side that you got to turn on, and when I do that, the display goes brighter. So you can see right now I got 0 watts in, 0 watts out, and it's saying it's good for 4 days. So let's change that. I got the AC power turned on, I got my fan plugged into the AC, I got the AC power turned off, not on. Is trouble seeing the light with the sunshine. Okay, there we go. Now we turn on the fan. Now we can see right now that fan is drawing 21 watts output, and hopefully it's not draining out my voice. We change the settings to a lower speed. Now we got 18 watts output. Lower down again. Now we're down to 16 watts of output power, and the saying is good for 8 hours. So again, as you had stuff on there. So now if I go over to my DC ports and I'll plug the phone in the right way and put my phone on charge. Turn on the DC. I think it's on. Okay. Now I'm drawing 31 watts output power, and it's saying I got 5 hours. So it's charging the phone and running a fan. A fan is probably not the most efficient unit you want to put on there. Big unit I wanted for this was, or big reason I want this is for lights, especially in my tent. Now, I'll give a quick demonstration of the app. The app that you can download is actually in the manual. There's a scan code you can scan or site you can go to download the app for both Android or Apple. One thing I did have trouble finding, I did find it after, it was in frequently in the I did find it after in the FAQs, how to turn on the Bluetooth in this unit. The manual of the print was really small, and even when I got a magnifying glass, it basically said to hold a button. So I was trying with a power button. I couldn't find a Bluetooth button, but you can actually do it when you power on. You got to hold on the DC power switch for about 3 seconds or so, and it turns on the Bluetooth, and you'll see the Bluetooth symbol come on up here. Actually, it's not on now because I repowered the unit, so I got to hold it in. And now the Bluetooth symbol, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but right here it says Bluetooth. And now I'll be able to talk to it with the app. So I connect to it. And on the app, I can put the phone there, but I will insert some screenshots. It actually says there right now that it's at 97% power. I got 6 hours and 47 minutes at the current draw. So right now it's drawing, and the phone's timed out. So right now the output power is 22 watts. I got 0 input power. So we're going to have to do something about that. So now I can go in here. I can say I'm not going to charge this phone. I can turn off my DC port, and right away draw changed to 16 watts from the fan alone. And now it says I'm good for 8 hours and 7 minutes. And I can turn off the AC power from there. And now it's gone back to 98 hours and 14 minutes of power reserve. So let's get that input power problem rectified. Let's get some power going in as well as coming out. Okay guys, now for the second box opening. And I'm fighting with the sun no matter which way I go here today. It's either in the glares you can't see or it's in my eyes. So more important you guys see this than me. What we got here is the ALLPOWERS 150 watt solar charging unit. And as you can see, it's a 140 watts, stand corrected. It's got legs on the back, so we turn this around now so you can see the back. Fairly flexible, easy to use, folds up into itself. So you can open the legs and just put this angle so you can see it. So the legs will fold out. So you can mount it back on that, and then I'll do that now shortly. And we'll get some sun on this and get it plugged in. As well, with the package, gives you the stats on here with the unit. See how far this unzips without spilling everything on the ground there. So let me drop this down. So the unit itself can be used. I've noticed this. I hadn't seen it on any review, but I noticed that this unit here has gotten a little charging port unit on it. So what you would do is you take your connectors from your that comes off your solar panel. So this is your output from your solar panel right here that I will put into the solar power generator to keep that charged. But you can actually put it on a connector, and it comes with a series of connectors. So you can feed it directly into anything that's got one of these different ports on. I don't know all these cables by name, but I can look them up if anybody requires them. It also comes with a just notice here, little pamphlet on different ways. I don't see an English one. I'm sure there's an English version here somewhere. But basically, I know enough about this that it's out hooking in series, or if you're doing a parallel connection. Let's see, there must be a, here we go, yeah. So you got a series connection, which you can actually hook these in series, what cable, what connections to use, and in parallel. So normally, most times you parallels for extra wattage, you don't want to exceed a maximum voltage going into a unit. So it comes with a series of cables. So this is the one I'll be using. That is going to go from here to here. And this is the XT60 connector that plugs in the back of my generator. You can actually take this there connector, plug it in. Let me get this out of the bag here for you. Got a set of clip-on cables. And again, these are the connectors that go to the cable that comes out of your solar generator. Don't try to boost your vehicle with these. They're not big enough for that. Here's your cable. This is the one I'll be using today. It's got the XT60 connector on this end. Hopefully you can see that. I got it in the right place. And this is the connector that comes out of my solar generator for the two cables that goes on there, and to get the sun energy to the generator. And as I mentioned earlier, with this little packet right here, this is the cable you would use for that. You would plug this in up here, right there, somewhere right there. Plug that in there, and this here you can actually use to charge your phone or anything. USB-A. There's two USB-A and one USB-C, and looks like possibly a 12-volt adapter cable you can plug into there. I'll check that one out, and I'll put it in a future video. So here's what I got done. It's a bit windy, and the Velcro legs on the sun solar panels was a bit overcome by the wind, shall we say. So I got them down, and I got my cable that's hooked on the back of the solar panel coming up and going into the XT60 connector there, and on the front. Let's see if we can see that. Right now, it is drawing 74, 73, 70, okay, 68. The sun is going over right now again. But at one point, I was seeing 75 watts input from the sun. Actually, look, he's gone over 80 there now. The output of the fan I got plugged in is only 21 watts. So technically, this thing would run forever and a day. Yeah, she's saying there now 99 days. And because the input from the sun is faster than what she's actually outputting. Another feature of the ALLPOWERS 600 watt powers unit is that it can act as a UPS, an uninterrupted power supply. You can have it plugged in at home into an appliance to protect the power with anything that's drawn less than 600 watts for this unit. And if it would normally take power from the AC supplier. So if you want to get your computer powered up, you don't want to drop the computer when the power goes off, you plug it in, and under normal circumstances, that computer is drawing power from the wall, shall we say, or from your commercial power supplier. In the event of a power failure, in 10 milliseconds, the ALLPOWERS unit will actually kick in the event of a power failure and power whatever you got plugged into it. So in the case of a computer, that 10 milliseconds should prevent you or prevent your computer from shutting down. So it's a great feature with the unit alone without the solar power and use it as a generator the way I'll probably use it most of the times. You got a computer at home or a certain appliance that you do not want to lose power on in the event of a power failure. They're great units that will work great for that application as well. So a lot of the units don't work that way. They run their output and input, and you cannot use them as a UPS. So just something to think about if you're looking for one of these units. Now guys, normally I wouldn't be bringing my computer out for a camping trip, but today the reason I got it is to again demonstrate the ALLPOWERS solar generator, and so I wanted to see if I can actually run the computer, and I got a little refrigeration unit there. It's a portable cooler more than anything, but it will keep stuff frozen for a longer period of time, and it runs on a 12-volt adapter which I got plugged in there. So right now I'm actually drawing more power from the sun than I'm using with the computer and the cooler. So I'll let you see that here in a second now. Alright guys, not sure if you can see that right now, but with the computer running and the little cooler unit I got there, the output is 54 watts. She's fluctuating back and forth, but usually around 50. We're having a lot of cloud cover now, but the sun is out again right now, and the input from the panels is 83 watts. So she's charging faster than it's actually running down. So potentially we're running on free power or running directly on sun power. Now guys, I've got a 100 watt LED bulb there, which is burning equivalent to 13 watts. So according to the scale, it's saying I got 9 hours of continuous burn at that light level. So I won't last 2 hours with the nippers the way they are right now, but it should be great for tonight. It'll probably only be on a couple hours, then we'll have a fan on it for a while, and then it'll be dark rest of the night, and we'll have lots of light left for tomorrow. Well guys, this concludes the video on the ALLPOWERS portable power station, the model R600, and I had to say, after using it over the weekend, it was a bit of a learning experience for me. It's the first time I've used one. Getting a balance, I purchased a 100 watt LED bulb before I went out, and because if you watch my video on my camping experience with the LED lanterns, you know the issues I've had with light and trying to record. And the 100 watt for this application this weekend, I think I overdid it, so I could actually use a smaller bulb, drew less power, and I'd have less charging time in the daytime next day with the sun. So it's all a learning experience. But all in all, I really like the unit. Like I say, it's a great little unit for the application that I had. I wasn't running the trailer. That wouldn't be fair to this unit. Like, you need a 2,000 watt or 1,500, 2,000 watt minimum to run that trailer that we stayed in. So with the fridge, the furnace, the lights, there's a microwave there. So that wasn't the intent of this unit. This unit, I wanted lights, and then this weekend we needed a fan because it was really hot and humid at night. So, and it did its trick. We had to charge it during the days in midday, but it was way better listening to this. And this is the sound. There's a fan going there, but you can't even hear it. Compared to a generator, that's basically a dull roar. Some people like the sound of the generator. I'd rather listen to sound nature. So all in all, pleased with the unit. There will be more reviews to come, more as I use it for more applications. I'm definitely putting it in. If you have any questions, put them down below in the comments. If I don't know the answer, I'll try and find the answer. I'll do my best to try to find any answers, any questions you got. My link will be down below. And again, you can order through the link. It gives me a little boost on the channel. Hopefully I'll be able to get more items to review in future videos. So hopefully you enjoyed. I know it's a little bit drawn out, a lot of information going on there. Probably not my usual out in the woods camping and playing around with Tucker, but there'll be more of those coming, I promise. And until next time, we'll be talking.